This is why I do a tailgate exam every time I run my dog. Not just during hunting season, training runs, even just conditioning. It's called cheatgrass, and it's one of the many noxious weeds that many people are now calling bad seeds. These awn-like seeds can penetrate a dog's body through any number of routes and ultimately injure him, cripple him, if they get through an internal organ, even kill your dog. If you want to hunt the next day, the next week, or the next year, you'll conduct a tailgate exam as well. Once he's watered and the guns are put away, start by running your hands over him from tip to tail. You're looking for the obvious stuff: blood, cuts, scratches, but also the more subtle things. Ticks. Brush back his fur so you can see the skin. You can often feel ticks on a short-haired dog. Check his crotch, his belly, the insides of his legs, and all those other sensitive spots. Nice and slow, very deliberate. Sometimes you got to practice this for a while before he's used to it. It helps when he's tired after a long day in the field. This, of course, is where the rubber meets the road. So you want to check every foot, every time, very thoroughly. Here's a hint for you. Dogs are way more comfortable if they see it coming and they can watch you, at least on the first foot. So start way up here, gently move down to a front foot that he can see if he needs to. Lift it gently and not too high. This is uncomfortable. This is almost natural. You can still check in between all of his toes for seeds, gunk, mud, ice, anything else. Check where the toenail meets the toe. That's where a lot of those cheatgrass and other bad seeds will get caught up. That's where they start their journey up the leg and into worse places. Once you're done with all the toes on the front, turn it over and look deep into his pads. Between them all, yeah, there's a little mud. The edges in particular, look for cuts, scrapes, gouges, peeling skin. All of those will need your attention. Here's another part that might require a little bit of practice, so go slow. Make sure he sees your hands well before you touch him on his face. Another great reason to own a wire-haired dog. Those eyebrows will catch a lot of the crap that ends up in another kind of dog's eyes. And we're going to start with ears. They'll catch a lot of seeds. That hair in there is notorious for holding them in. If you can reach in and pull it out with your fingers, go ahead. But if you think it's going to need a tool, you might want to leave that for a veterinarian. All right, once you've got his ears checked, let's go to the eyes. First thing you want to do is move him into the shade or block the sun with your body so that when you open his eyes carefully and slowly, he's not trying to squint and work at cross purposes with you. Open slowly the upper lid and the lower lid. You find anything in there? I've already talked about different ways to get it out. Wash it out with some saline or tease out some fibers on a cotton swab and try and catch that and pull it out gently. Dogs are surprisingly insensitive in their eye once they get some practice at it. And don't forget the nose. And then finally, you want to get a good look at his mouth. Again, dogs are running with their mouths open all the time. Besides cutting their tongue or anything else in there, that juncture of tooth and gum is where a lot of mean seeds will lodge. Good boy. Take your time, make sure he knows what you're doing, maybe train in advance. And of course, it's a lot easier when your dog is dog tired. Doctor anything you found that needs attention, feed him, and then crate him up for a well-deserved rest. Licky, kennel. Now, you can have that beer and lie about your shooting skills. There it is. There's the